Yes, hello folks, and Happy New Year. Today I'm at the shooting range again, testing some bullets. At least get a really good idea of how they work. Today it's quite a special to me, actually. We are going to test one bullet, the same grain, in two wide different calibers. I don't know if you can see this, but there's quite a big difference in them. The one is the 338 Blaser Magnum, which is the big one. And the other one is the 338 Federal, which I have done a review on earlier this year. There's a new bullet here, all copper, called CPX 200 grains from Northfork. Again, I use Northfork. They make premium high quality bullets. So there's no point in changing. So we're gonna test the 338 Blaser Magnum first. It has velocity of 800 and what was it again? I have to check out. 871 meter per second. And the 338 Federal has a velocity of 737. Those measurements are going to be a little bit higher when it is warm in the air. Now it's -9 degrees Celsius. So a little bit higher pressure and a little bit higher velocities when the temperature lands around 20 degrees plus outside. Yes, I think that's the most of what we're going to do today. And I almost forgot, we're going to try the 140 grains SS bullet from Northfork again in 6.5 by 55, which is a really usable caliber. This is a bullet traveling in 750 meters per second, and I have tried a couple of different powder variations on it. The first one we're going to try now is with the Vita Recruit powder, N550, with 39 grains of powder, and that left the barrel roughly at 745 meter per second, as I said. The other variation is the same bullet with Norma MRP powder, 48 grains, and we will test that later on the same bullet to see the differences in the velocities. So that's going to be quite interesting. This bullet here, which I have done a review on earlier, is the Northfork 200 grains SS bullet in 338 Federal. This has proven itself worthy throughout this year. I've shot 4 or 5 wild boars with it. I've shot 5 fallow deers. I have shot a fox with it, and I've shot 1, 2, 3, 4 4 roe deers, I think, with it, and a moose. And the bullet has really outdone itself. Nice carcasses with almost no bloodshed in between the membranes, which I really like. I have not retrieved any bullets from any of the animals. It's gone straight through. But a good way to explain how this bullet works is that it goes in with a fairly large entrance hole due to the caliber diameter, and on the outside the wound cavity on the backside of the animal, on the outside, it's just a way bigger hole. So it really proves that it opens very well in all the distances I've shot animals this year, and I've had no fragments in the meat at all. We're gonna try the 338 Blaser Magnum first and see how that performs, and we have to just cross our fingers that we are able to retrieve the bullets afterwards. We are using the same blaster as the first movie, standard Blaser R8. I've used the 338 Blaser Magnum for several years now. I really like the caliber, and it really delivers a flat trajectory. I like that, especially for seal hunting, which almost always are on 200 meters plus. The only downside to it is really expensive to reload. The cases are super expensive, and there's a lot of powder capacity. Here's 77 grains of Vectan 2-Balt 8000 powder. So 77 grains versus the 338 Federal that has 42 grains. Quite a big difference. So we'll see how this performs now. Shooting at the water jugs. We hit the jugs. Let's see how the 200 grains NorthFork CPX bullets did. Yes, it has wreaked havoc. This is the first one. It's completely shattered in pieces. Here's something else. Here's the second one. That's a 10 liter water jug. Also completely shattered. We have entrance here, exit here. Gone through the third one. Into the fourth one and through that as well. And it's inside the fifth one. So this will be interesting to take out. It's cold. Oh, whoop, there it is. Perfectly mushroomed. We can check the weight retention when we get back home, but so far it looks really promising. And this is 800 and something meters per second. Safe to say, this is absolutely something you could use to hunt with. Perfect. Yes, this turned out perfectly. Really nice bullet. Now let's see what this smaller brother can do with the same bullet. It's still the 200 grains CPX bullet from Northfork, all copper bullet. So let's check it out. Yes. Here is the first water jug, completely shattered. Here's the second. This is a 10-liter jug. In there. Out on the back side. There's happened a lot here. And the third one, in and out. Oh, I'm getting wet on my gloves. That's gonna be cold. And we're through the 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth one. Oh, it's gone through to the last one actually. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Take a look here. It sits inside the bottle or the jug. Almost straight through everyone. So this is how this looks. It doesn't feel like it's opened up completely, but it has really wreaked havoc in the jugs, and it really shows that this penetrates deep, even with 100 meters per second slower. Almost maybe better, I don't know, than the Blaser Magnum, because then you have all the energy on the front ones. Maybe this is a little bit better. I really don't know. We have to take a look at this some further, but it's a really interesting outcome. Yes, now we reach the final bullet, the 140 grains SS bullet from Northfork, shooting from 6.5 by 55. Going around 745 meters per second, so quite slow for that caliber. Using a slightly different gun now. It's still a Blaser R8, but it is the Success model. So let's try to hit some water jugs. Well, I definitely hit something. Let's go back and see. It's getting dark now as well. Yeah, well, there's something leaking. All the way over here is the first jug. In there, outside, big energy dump in the first one. The second one, equally as big energy dump from the bullet in here, out there. This is the third one. Not as much energy left in the bullet, but it goes straight through. So I bet it's inside this one. This is the fifth, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this is the fourth. In there, no outs. So here it is. Time to be cold. Oh. Well, there it is. 6.5 by 55, 745 meters per second. I think this is perfect. I have nothing to complain about this. It performed perfectly, and when we get home we'll check out the retention, the weight retention. That's always interesting to look at. But I would confidently say that this has at least 90% weight retention, if not more. Looks really well. Yes, finally home. We went out today on the shooting ground. Shot some groups first, and then we shot some bullets to confirm the velocity of the different loads. And then in the end we shot some water jugs, which I set up at 100 meters, which is fairly common here in Norway to shoot at and to sight in the rifle. Both the rifles that was used was Blaser R8, one professional and one Success. Nothing special about those guns. The only thing that's a little bit special is the 338 Federal barrel in my gun, which Rafdal has built for me here in Norway. Other than that, normal scopes and normal guns. As you can see from the movie, we shot some water jugs, and we can start with the first shot fired, and that was the 200 grains CPX copper bullet from Northfork, shot from the 338 Blaser Magnum barrel. As you can see here, there's a slight difference in volume and size in those casings. Both cases used are from Norma. They make quality products, so I really like Norma and Lapa cases. The first one shot, as I said, is the 338 Blaser Magnum, which is this one. This is shot at 100 meters in water jugs. I believe it stopped in the fourth or fifth water jug, which is fairly normal. I use Vecton 2-ball 8000 powder for this caliber. 77 grains, and that's compressed. Don't start with 77 grains in your gun. Start a little bit lower. Okay. Velocity is about 871 meters per second, or 2,857 feet per second. Standard deviation on this load in my gun is 2.0. It's okay. The weight retention of this bullet right here, found in the water jugs, was 199.9 grains. and it was originally 200 grains, so that's 100% weight retention right there. Perfect. It has a max diameter of 16.4 millimeters or 0.645 inches. So you can see that it has opened quite a bit, all the way down in the cavity. So this is perfect, I would say. Maybe a little bit too much speed, because I don't know if you can see it, but in the end here it looks like it's about to break off from stress in the copper. But I'm super happy with it. Would absolutely use this for hunting, no questions asked. Maybe a grain or two less, but for my gun it groomed fantastic, well within a 1 minute of angle, 1 MOA. So this is perfect. Then, and you can see here, here's the original bullet, and it has opened almost all the way down. So the front of the bullet has opened up and formed the perfect mushroom. So I would recommend this bullet to anyone. Full copper bullet in the Blaser Magnum, or similar calibers with approximately the same velocities. No problem using it at all. Then we move up to the 338 Federal. It uses a 3-weight case, which is necked up to 338. I've done a review of the SS bullet on this one before, the 200 grains. That looked like this. Perfect. Enough of that. New bullet, and that's the same bullet we tested in the Blaser Magnum. It's the 200 grains CPX full copper bullet, and this is how it turned out. This has opened up quite a lot less than in the Blaser Magnum, but it still opened up quite well, I might say. And the reason this looks like this and the Blaser Magnum looks like that, I will just tell you right now. So this is the specs. I use the Norma case. I use Vitavori N135 powder, 42 grains. That shot perfect, fantastic precision in my rifle. Velocity, here is the interesting part, is 737 meters per second. So it is over 100 meters per second slower than the Blaser Magnum. In feet per second, it's 2,417 feet per second for you Americans out there, and the standard deviation was at 1.7. So that's really good. This measured at the weight retention on this was measured here at home to be 200 grains. The bullet is 200 grains, so therefore 100% weight retention. Here comes the interesting part. While the Blaser Magnum had max diameter of 16.4 millimeters, this had 12.6. So there's a fairly big difference in the diameter, the max diameter of the bullet. And that has to do with the velocity. The diameter in inches is 0.496 inches. It's opened up really nice actually. It's pretty, fairly round. I would not hesitate using this for hunting at all, since it opened up really well, despite it wasn't opened up fully. But it shows that even in slow velocities, it opens up like it should, and that will create a really good wound cavity. Then, last but not least, the 6.5 by 55. It's a widely used caliber here in Norway and Sweden and Finland for that matter. It works on everything. Super caliber to shoot, mild recoil, easy to get bullets in, and easy to shoot well. I find that almost all the bullets I've tried in 6.5 by 55 have gone almost perfect. The only thing that could be a problem is long copper bullets. So you need to go down to 120 grains on copper to make it fly really well. This is the 140 grains SS or semi-Spitzer bullet from Nortfork. I've not used Nortfork in 6.5 by 55 before now, and the reason is that I just found the perfect load some years ago with another bullet. But now I got the chance to test this bullet from Nortfork in this caliber, and yeah, I'm sold. So the specs on this is I'm using Lapua cases. In this particular load I use Vitavori N550 powder. I only used 39 grains here. There's a lot more to go to on this load and this bullet. There's loads more capacity in the case, so you can load it faster if you want. But a little bit of the reason I loaded it with 39 grains was to see how well the bullet performed in very low velocities in this small caliber. So the velocity in this gun was 743 meters per second, or 2,437 feet per second. Standard deviation was 1.4, so that's perfect. Weight retention, measured it just now, was at 139.7 grains, and that's, well, it is 100% weight retention, if I might say so. So from 140 grains to 139.7 grains, it lost 0.3 grains. That's nothing. The max diameter was 14.65 millimeters or 0.578 inches. So it opens up really well, and it holds together perfectly. And you got that solid base that will ensure deep penetration. I would use this for anything here in Norway. You can shoot moose, roe deer, reindeer for that matter. I would also probably use it on bear hunting if I would use this caliber. I like to use some bigger calibers for bear. Wild boar, perfect. It's just perfect. And this is more or less the same bullet as the 200 grains SS I tested in the 338 Federal not long ago, and you can see they are fairly the same. Perfect shroomed up, 100% weight retention, big diameter, and this will work really well. So that's my 2 cents right now. I've got some more bullets to test, specifically in 30-06 and 308 Winchester. We'll try that, and I will try to get some bullets for the 22-250. I know Northfork is making them, those CPX bullets, those copper bullets that we tested now in the 22 caliber as well, or 24. That would be really interesting to check out. So, but first, New Year's Eve, and then I will see if there is something, some bullets that will be found in any carcasses next year. No bullets was found this year. They go straight through. They are opening up the SS bullet in the 338 Federal. I tested this really well this year, and it opens up perfectly, makes a little bit big exit hole, but inside the animal looks really well. No excess bleeding in the membranes, between the membranes, so I really like that. Slow bullet, heavy bullet, makes really good meat from the animal. Yes, check out our Instagram, and if you haven't done it yet, press the subscribe button and the like button. We really hope you find these videos interesting, and be sure to follow. We are trying to make some videos regularly, both in Norwegian, my native language, but I'll try to use English a little bit as well, like I'm doing now. And be sure to pick up some Northfork bullets, both the SS bullets and the CPX bullets. They are perfect, premium bonded bullets if you go for the lead one. premium copper bullets, solid copper bullets, if you go for the CPX one.